it created a lot, like you said, Rosie, like a lot of different places where the boat was rocked, and sometimes that boat tipped over. And like that's what I feel like a lot of, especially like clients I work with, who I work with a lot of people kind of building out their messaging. And that's what a lot of people are afraid of, is they're afraid of going, quote, too far because they're worried about like that backlash. And when it comes to that backlash, like I feel like I'm probably queen of it at this point.
And as I continued in the online space and I began to see so many different people doing same and similar work, or I've also brought forward the idea of like exploiting the work, or taking what is sacred and making it feel just really vanilla in its impact and what it's able to do and how it's able to create change inside of ourselves and the collective and the people that we help. And for a moment, that really made me retract back, because I wanted my work to be seen and felt as the potent, sacred experience that it is. And so it really gave me the time and permission to step back into what it is that I believe. So even some of these words that had become buzzwords in the industry, like quantum shifting or activation or ascension, and so many people have different opinions on what these words mean and how they're used, but really allowing myself to embody the truth of spirit and the truth of the way that these words move through me has been such a catalyst to my business and to my client growth, because it's not just about using it as a buzzword. It's not just about showing up in the vanilla marketing of this is what everybody's saying.
I know that I have children that I've worked with over the years. I met one the other day who's now 21, dare I say it, and then said, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Fulton." I was like, and I don't know, and I was completely thrown. So you get remembered for in this role, in this status, if you like. So when I entered the online space, I was very much aware of that, and I felt very constrained by what it's like to be in the local area with children around, and how parents perceive me, particularly being tutoring and going face to face or doing one-to-one online. But what I've realized is that in order to be the person that I want to be able to bring up the conversations that I want to bring up, to be able to really tackle some of the deep rooted educational issues that there are going on, not just in the UK, but around the world, in terms of mental health, in terms of how we're learning. But I know that I have children that I've worked with over the years. I met one the other day who's now 21, dare I say it, and then said, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Fulton." I was like,
and to learn to speak out online was just so bizarre to me, because I just agreed with what everybody said. And now it's like, no, I do have a voice and I need to lead. And I think power and expression creates leadership.
Actually, what making art, being a creative, everyone's creative, by the way, like every single person is an artist, right? You're creating your life and you're creating your business owner. But when we're in that process, we're being a direct channel for the divine to come through. You're channeling it through. You're not thinking about it. It's just a process. It's coming. You're doing it, like, when I'm dancing, or when I taught art, or whatever your art form is. If you're writing poetry, whatever it is, there's no time to really think about it. You're just being it. And I think that there's such a big fear around letting yourself be your full self these days. And part of it is, I think, a lack of just not letting yourself feel safe, not letting yourself be grounded, like being